Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. First things first, before we get into anything, I do have some cleaning up to do. That is, of course, from my previous video, which is actually a guide. So, as I said, I did make that much promised guide with regards to breeding for mutations. I have left the creatures up on top of the structure right here that I've built my base in, of course, and so it's time for me to go and put them away. Now, I left them out there because I didn't know how the recording came out, if I was happy with it, so I just wanted to make sure. So instead of picking it up, putting it back away, and finding out that something happened with the recording, or I wasn't happy with the quality of it and having to do it all over again, it just saves me that amount of work. I am happy with it. It's been released, or should be released by the time you see this video. And of course, if you've watched that video and you watch this, you will recognize what's going on. First things first though, I'm looking for the behemoth gateways and gates, which of course I picked up just to clear out the space so that there isn't really a lot in the background, to keep it simple for people to follow. I do know I put them somewhere, I just don't know where. So I'm trying to find out where I stashed those gateways. That's the problem. I don't want to put them back up because they did serve a purpose. So I think I put them on you. That's after checking everything else. Jesus Christ, it took me that long to remember where I put them. I just randomly dropped them somewhere. I didn't really think about where I was dropping them. And so that was the problem. I didn't actually focus too much on it. Let's get these guys breeding up. I've got so far one of the mutations that I'm seeking. So what I like to do is I normally like to get one mutation in each stat started before I then continue with one specific stat all the way to the end. So of course with the unicorns, I'm interested in health and damage, and I think damage will help with the amount of torpor that they do. So of course that's going to be my knocking out creature. And here we are. So as you can see, it is pretty clear. We did have some taming pens. And of course, I will want to set them back up. First things first, I have to pick these guys up. So I'm going to do this strategically, because I do split these guys up. So everything that has been leveled up as a process of breeding will be kept in a separate cryo fridge. And of course, what is the final product, or what I class as the final product, will be kept in a separate cryo fridge to that one. So for example, I want the parents that I currently now use for breeding the final product as far as the shadow mains go. And of course I'm also going to take the ones with the 20 stacks, just in case something happens with the fully mutated parent. So normally I'll keep them in a separate location, just as a backup. You never know. You never know when things go wrong, because if I end up losing all this hard work, I am not going to be very happy about it. So obviously I don't like to keep all my eggs in one basket. Let's put it this way. Same thing as with stocks and shares. I just don't want to keep them in the same basket. Just for obviously purposes of not losing what I have. So first things first, let's look at you. We'll pick you up. Again, you will go in the same cryo fridge as the breeding parent, and hopefully we never lose you, because that will suck. Again, the same reason I have chosen to keep the mutation lines, so if something happens I can always try and breed them again, but hopefully that never happens. That is like worst case scenario. That is like nightmare territory, if I'm honest. This is going to take a while. There's a ton. There's basically over 40 creatures to put back in cryopods, and so I'm trying to do this in a way that is easy for me to remember, so that I do place them in the right cryo fridges. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna start from this end up and make my way towards the high level creatures. So this is gonna take a while. Of course, having to swap out cryopods and stuff is also another one of those things that will add to the time. Alright, nearly at the end of it. So let's pick you up. Of course, we do have the unicorns right there. So I'm going to keep the base parents for the unicorns. Everything else that you see here is going to get murdered, basically. We're going to get rid of it. We don't really need it. It'll just take up space, and we are going to start running out of space in no time because we are doing breeding, and we do get loads of excess creatures that we don't really necessarily need. So everything right here, all these unicorns, unfortunately have served their purpose, and their only purpose was for the purposes of making that guide, just to kind of point out what can happen when you do breed. So now I need to decide where I'm going to place down the gate. I think I'm going to go on the more metallic side, and I do like this dark side right here of the top of the base, so I think I might build something here. I'm not quite sure. Maybe build like a little outpost, breeding outpost type of deal. I might use the Castles, Keeps and Forts mod for it. I do like the way it looks, and I do think it will suit the aspect of it, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Of course here, this is where we tame stuff, so this is where I bring my Noglins, Feroxes and stuff like that to tame. I do like to contain them, as it does make the job of taming them a lot easier. So let's get out these gates and gateways and start putting them down. This is going to be a bit fiddly, so I'm not really sure if I'm going to be adding this to the video, but it is something that we need to have down. And the reason I have it up here is because I don't have to take anything dangerous into the base where it might potentially aggro my creatures. So I do think we are far enough from the base itself to be taming, but it is still part of my base. So I'm kind of trying to use everything that I have up here, or as a part of this structure anyways. Alright folks, here we have it. So we are now in the process of breeding mutations. So what I will do is I will put these guys on breeding. As you can see right there, this is what we're at stat wise. So we also have the next baby right here. So we have the starting lines of both stats that I'm interested in. Now I'm just going to pick one and work with it until we get to 20 mutations in that stat. Then I'll move into the next one, and of course at the end I will combine it. Alright, so I've been thinking of doing some of these missions, so to speak. It does, I suppose we get some rewards from it, but most importantly it does help us build towards the end boss of Genesis 2, which of course is something I want to do. That is the initial reason I built up the Shadowmane army. I have done some of them, not a lot of them, and of course it may take a couple of attempts. Now I'm sure that I completed this, or at least attempted to, but it does not appear to be completed, so I guess it's time to play around with this and give it a go and see how many attempts it takes me. Now the team 1 I suppose was doable. I'm doing this as a single one, so we'll see how well we do. As far as I remember, they are the exact same course. I don't really know what the difference was. I don't remember because it's been quite a while since I've done one of these missions, but I am going to have to work on them and kind of complete more than I already have. That will also actually help me tame some higher level striders. Not that they're that useful, not that I use them very often anyways, but yeah, why not? Plus I think the best reward is being able to fight the end boss. That's what I'm looking forward to. I am partly tempted to actually do this boss before I move on to other DLCs, but we'll see what happens. I still need to make a start on the Aberration DLC as well. Alright, need to be careful here. We don't want to hit too much. Okay, so let's pick up another mission right here. We are going to be doing some something that involves the use of the Shadowmane. Unfortunately, this guy has aggroed onto me, and that's no fun. So let's quickly get this job done. We're going to position here. Apparently I can take a Shadowmane into it, so that's kind of good. We'll see how useful my Shadowmane is. Really, do I have to fight all these things? Right, what's aggroed that sheep? I don't really want to dismount and, of course, find myself in trouble. So, of course, we are going to do which one? We'll do this one. Hold on a bit. Which mission is it I want? So, I'd like to do Bulldog Fetch, but for some odd reason, it's not starting up the mission. I don't really understand why. I guess we'll have to choose something else. That's going to be frustrating if that doesn't work. Alright. Let's go further down right here. Survive the arc, that's something to work on. I feel like I'm going to end up doing Code Red. It's just frustrating that I can't do Bulldog Fetch. This was one that can be done with a Shadow Mane. I think it could be. Maybe that's... I don't know. Anyways. Choose your own adventure. Yeah, let's go do Code Red. So I'm allowed with one mounted tame. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing that one. I do have the Shadow Mane, so I do want to give it a run for its money and see what we can do with it in this mission. So hopefully things go good or positive for us.
Here we go.
I'm mounted on it. I'm ready to go. And let's see what awaits us. I don't even know which one this one is, so it's going to be interesting. Oh, okay. I remember it now. So we do have a time scale to complete this in. Might as well get through. And I could jump through all these gates and just kind of bypass everything. But I'm going to do it the normal way. The way the game kind of expects me, as far as I can tell at least. And we'll see how this goes. We are being shot at as well. So there are some explosive items here on the side. I don't know if I take damage from it. But we do seem to be doing more damage than normal, which is a bit interesting. Because my Shadow Mane doesn't really do this much damage, so I'm guessing it's because it's on easy. That might have something to play into why I'm doing so much damage. I mean, this is ridiculous damage. So I'm guessing as we increase in difficulty, we'll probably have a more difficult time because we'll do less damage. Probably less damage than we normally do with the Shadow Mane, so that's going to be interesting. Especially that we are on a time. Alright, I'm done with the missions. And so I thought of taking out one of these creatures. I have had them since Extinction. I have not used these mechs. These were when Extinction was pretty much fresh. And I've not played with these mechs, so I kind of want to play with them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around fighting stuff. I think one of the aims of today is to pit this wonderful machine against a Giga. Now, one problem I'm seeing right here is the size of it. So I'm quite curious if I can get it back in the base. Otherwise, I'll have to find a place to park it. It is quite huge. Actually, I want to see if I can cryopod it. Let's go with this. If I can cryopod this and then take it out of the cryopod safely, then I know I can take it back inside the base. Okay, let's pick this up. So we can definitely cryopod it. That is a positive. Let's see if we can take it out the cryopod. That's the other half of the story. Okay, that works just fine. That means we can move it around. Let's see what damage it does. Oh, that's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage. I'm gonna like this machine. It does have a lot of HP as well, so I think I'm going to enjoy playing with it as a ground creature. Alright, okay. I'm just getting used to all the functions before we go get ourselves into trouble. I just realized I could probably use this as a screenshot. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to basically heat up the creature, I was going to call it, but it's actually the mech. As you fly, the more you fly, the redder the feet and parts of the arms get. And I thought that'd be a good screenshot to take for the purposes of making a thumbnail. I am going into the northern part of the Eden biome. Nearly forgot what it was called. And I know that normally gigas tend to spawn there quite often. We'll see what we can find. If not, we'll pick on some alphas. We're definitely gonna fight some stuff. And what I've noticed is it does do good with regards to harvesting. I just can't believe the amount of damage this thing does. That's a lot of damage. I'm happy with it. I don't know if it's too powerful for this map. We'll see. I guess we'll test it out and we'll play around with it. But it is kind of cool. I do like it. Alright, so I'm basically finding my way around here, trying to kind of navigate the terrain on the ground, which is a bit more challenging than you would expect. And guess what pops up? A Giga. Now, I did not expect it to be here. I expected it to be in the valley. It is a 145 Giga. Normally, I mean, it's a 145, alright? I'm probably not going to use it, but it is still a high level, so I don't really want to kill it. I'm going to aim to tame it, although, to be fairly honest with you guys, I don't really know why I'm taming it. But it is a 145. They don't really spawn very often, so I could probably find some use for it, although nothing comes to mind at this point, to be fairly honest with you. It's just a shame to take it out to kill it at this level, just because we don't get many high-level Gigas. I mean, I'm hoping to find another Giga to pit the mech against. I do think the mech stands a chance of defeating a Giga. It just matters. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find a Giga eventually, and we'll have a fight with a Giga. But I didn't want to kill a 145 Giga. I just thought it's a bit of a waste of a good Giganotosaurus. All right, let's get rid of this aloe. They creep me out. I hate them. Might look at doing a aloe army as well. I mean, the bleed does do a lot of damage, so it's worth having these just for that bleed damage over time that they put up. They do so much damage with that, it's unbelievable. Alright, my mech's over there. I don't really see anything bad. I can see some stuff over there in the distance. I think we're safe. I'm not going to be sat down for too long here. Don't really want to aggro anything, so quickly put this on, get this kibble right there. Good thing I had kibble on me. And I mean, I did have to go back to base to pick up the kibble. I only picked up a handful because I don't know how long I'll be out for. I do have quite a bit of kibble back at base. Oh, that was not what I wanted, but hey ho. Right, let's move you into a safer location. I mean, you should be pretty much alright. You do get a decent amount of health. Right, it's following. The colors aren't that great, but it is still a 145, so, you know, that's what I'm thinking about it. It's just, I did not expect it. Oh, did not want that to happen. No, go back that way. It's a good thing it's slow in the terms of processing what to do in terms of following me. Because, yeah, we want to put it in a cryopod. I do have 2 cryopods. I did leave with 2 cryopods. Yeah, I had to make my way back to base, get the kibble, and then find my way back to this location where the Giga was. Let's pick up the kibble. You never know if we'll need it. It is actually a good chance, a good idea to leave with some extraordinary kibble on you when you leave base here. Alright, so we have another Giga not far away. So what happened was I kind of went around the mountain where we found the first Giga. We are now on the far northern side of it. This is a location that I know Gigas will spawn in. I'm trying to get a reading on the level before we go and pick a fight with it. Hopefully I do not destroy my mech. This is one of my best mechs. Or one of the best mechs that I have, at least. Yeah, definitely don't want to be destroying it. So let's get into it. I think I got a reading of a level 15, so that should be okay. We can definitely take care of it. First things first, let's get rid of these. I want to pick up the bits that they drop. And where's that Giga? Let's get rid of you, Stegio. I'm probably doing myself a lot of harm by picking these Stegos up, or off, basically, better said. Because I could probably use these, or I could have used the Stegos as, like, meat shields. Right, need to be oh, hey, looks like I'm stuck on top of a tree. This is new. Oh, that's fine. I'm I've got the high ground, so that's good. I can see the Giga. I don't know if I'm hitting it. It looks like I am. But I'm not seeing any damage numbers. Come on. There we go. See, that's what I mean. It looked like I was hitting it, but I couldn't see any damage numbers. Where is it going? It's difficult. I'm trying to guess where its body is in the trees. Ooh, okay. It's doing a lot of damage. So we'll just basically 1v1 it, and we'll see where this goes. But it does seem to be doing quite a good number on my mech. Now, the reason I wanted to pick a fight with it was because, of course, Gigas do have a bleed debuff. I'm not getting the bleed debuff, which makes sense, but it is still doing a lot of damage to my mech, which is kind of scary. I might need to move, because I don't even see any blood on it, so that tells me it still has a lot of health. Although the numbers on the damage seem quite nice, so I think we should be even on the damage, but yeah. Maybe I need to get out now. Oh dear. I'm still not giving up on it though. I'm going to find a way to get rid of that Giga, but I just want to get some distance. Hopefully it has enough to pick a fight with. And, alright, okay. I need to find a place to fight with it. Obviously, a face-to-face combat with a Giga versus a mech is not the way to do it. Of course, there are other ways of taking out a Giga. See if I can get here on this ledge right here. Should be high enough off the ground where I can hit the Giga, but I should be safe out of its range. Come on. Up we go. Nope. That did not work out. Okay. Okay. Alright, it's probably because I'm close to overheating right now. Hopefully the Giga's not behind me. Okay, it is behind me, but it's far enough where I'm kind of comfortable. Right, now. Oh, I got out just in time. I think it healed, you know. So, yeah, we're just going to deal with the Giga from a distance. I do think, going forward, I might be playing with the mech a bit more. I do like it. It's actually quite cool. Okay, we're doing damage to it whilst it's picking a fight with the Strider. So, you know, that's good for us. Okay, what's it doing? It's fighting something. I don't know what. I think it's something small on the ground. But again, it's not moving about, so it's not making it hard for us to hit it. And we are just unloading into it. Now, where's it going? Can you reach me? Okay, that's fine. You pick a fight with the little fries on the ground whilst I deal with your health. Now, can you reach me up here? No, that's fine. Oh no, you can. Oh wow. Oh wow. You are doing some damage to me. I guess we just have to reposition. I mean, I can try and shoot it from here, but as you can see, it's difficult to hit. Am I safe up here? Oh my lord, it can still hit me. Wow, the range on that bite is amazing. I do think it's nearly dead, but I still need to watch my mech's health. That goes to show you what a range it has on that bite. Oh, it can still hit me. Dude. Right, okay. It's nearly dead anyways. So a couple of more shots should solve it. There we go. And down it goes. Right, let's go and harvest it, and then I guess it's time to make my way back to base. That was pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it, and until next time, stay safe, folks.